Greetings, everyone out there in internet land. My name is Troy Bernier, and this is the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival. And we have a nice special guest with you today. We have Mr. Cesar Turturro. How you doing, Cesar?
Hey, how are you? Fine. So happy with
Fabulous, fabulous.
here.
He's coming to us all the way from Argentina.
Yeah,
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 what
Argentina.
city in Argentina?
His name is Bahía Blanca. It's 6 hours south of Buenos Aires. It's a small,
Wow,
small town.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
we're.
like that's going towards the South Pole, man.
No, 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 no. Argentina is too long. You
Right,
have
right, right,
you
right.
you have warm weather in the north and so cold
En
in
la
the
norte.
south.
En la
Yeah, yeah,
norte. Sí, sí.
yeah. North is
Proximina Altoplano.
yeah. That's
Sí,
that
sí.
place. Yes, yes. And we
Oh,
have very cold. The end of the world. Suaya
yeah,
is called the end of the
yeah,
world. It's
yeah.
so cold there. So we have
Oh,
all weathers.
correct me if I'm wrong. Is that like where there's Patagonia? Patagonia?
Yeah. We are in
Oh,
the doors of the Patagonia. That's let's say our city
oh,
is called like that.
wow.
In the
That's
but the
impressive.
Patagonia is awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it.
that's
Even
awesome.
we shot there. We shot there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Well, let's talk about a little bit about your film. This is a for folks. To me, it's a lot like a Transformers movie. It's
yeah.
like Transformers and Halo put together, right? It's
Yes,
exciting,
yeah.
exciting.
Very good. Very good.
And it's shot in. Is it shot in Argentina?
Yeah. We shot
Okay,
here in our city, and
really?
we were always looking places with scraps, with
Yeah,
destroyed cars, and that
yeah,
kind of stuff because I love it, and it's a very post-apocalyptic places.
yeah. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit, just a little bit about Nick 2040.
Well, I think it's the third part of our universe called Invasion 2040. The first one was Genesis 1. The next one was Invasion 2040 with this poster, and the third one was Nick 2040, which the main the main challenge here was we shoot in 4K with very professional cameras. We try to move forward into the techniques more in technique stuff because we want to move to in a theater had
Right,
a very good quality.
right,
So
right.
the two shorts before we shoot in HD and different cameras.
Hmm.
Now we,
Hmm.
we we do one step forward in that.
Hmm.
And in the story, it's a story about human and robot thing. No more like a giant combat. It's more like
Right.
the spirit of the character.
Yeah.
This girl, it's happened something. The robots, participating, and that was
Yeah.
the challenge. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what made you produce the film? What were you thinking? This was a project that took you many years because
Yeah.
there's several iterations of this. But
Mhm.
what's the inspiration behind this?
Well,
What
this
inspired
is what
what inspired you to make this?
well, this is a dream for me and for when I was a child. It's
Hmm.
my dream to tell stories. This is what I define myself is telling stories. It's not
Hmm.
do VFX because a lot of people think I am VFX guy. So I love VFX. I love CG. I love to do that, and this is what
Hmm.
I do for a living now
Right.
to pay my rent, my checks. But what I love to do is tell the stories, and that stories needs VFX. So this is
Yeah.
the
Let me
order of
ask you. This might be a stretch. This might be a stretch. But I remember when I was surfing the web back in those days, and I was looking for a lot of stuff about Robotech. I was really interested in Robotech or Macross.
yeah,
Were you ever involved in a Robotech fan film?
yeah,
You
yeah,
were?
yeah, yeah.
Is that
That's
you?
me.
You're the guy that
Yes,
made the Robotech fan film?
yes, yeah,
Oh, the
yeah,
paint trail.
yeah, yeah. And we get involved in a little trouble. I learned what C and D means because I never mean that word C and D. What is that?
Oh, you got a
Cease and
cease and
desist.
desist.
Cease and
Holy
desist.
smokes! I
Yes.
probably I
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
know the lady who sent it to you.
Yeah. And there is a lot of people asking me for the third episode.
Right.
The third episode exists, but we never finished that.
Oh
And
man.
the only thing we can finish that is if we with the approval of the you know of the robotic
Did
owners.
it came from Harmony Gold, or did it come from?
Yeah, but this more than Harmony Gold. I have a very good relation with Harmony Golds
Yeah.
after
After
that
that, of course,
event.
they'll still
We
talk to
I
you.
still working with that, and I'm very happy with them. But the problem was more than that, because
This is amazing.
we did a live action, and that's the
This is
problem.
amazing. This is
So the
amazing.
rights are with, I guess, Sony right now, and
This is amazing.
it's more complicated. And well, so this is
I
why I
tell you.
start working with my own
Yeah, yeah,
robots.
yeah. This is so another way to put it, folks. Another way to put it, the algorithm brought us together. Holy smokes. Well, that's pretty neat. So let me ask you a question, because you put a lot of years behind this. There's a lot of history with your work. And with that said, let me show the trailer. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's show the trailer so people get an understanding where we're coming from. Here we go.
Yeah.
This isn't real.
The death of General Michael Colt has sparked widespread concern due to the fact that it appears to be the first known case of a robot allegedly killing a human being. The causes of this tragic incident are still under investigation, but it has raised troubling questions about the potential danger of advanced artificial intelligence. We must take the risks posed by these machines seriously and prepare for a future where robots may not always act in our best interests. This incident should be a wake-up call for all of us to have us about the ethical and social implications of creating machines that can think and act like humans.
Did you see that? It's a joker. I mean, they are attacking us. They are destroying everything. I need to get out of here.
We understand that this news may be unsettled, but we want to assure you that we're taking all necessary precautions to ensure the safety of our citizens. We ask that you stay indoors and avoid any unnecessary travel.
How am I supposed to fly this, Nick? I have zero experience, only in the simulator. Don't close the door, Nick!
And 35 connected.
What? A transformer? No shit! Nick, the exit! Can you open it?
Bravo, buddy. I've got to ask you though, because I have to.
Yeah.
Did you use anything from anybody's film or anyone's game?
No.
Or is this all original content
Yeah.
that you did yourself?
Everything in-house. In-house and with these hands. Yeah. Everything, even from the designs, very challenge for me was to design an aircraft, transforming a robot.
Mhm.
Very new design. I don't try to use any, it's so fun because I asked to the company who built the F-14, which is I don't remember the name.
Was it General Dynamics? Who built F-14?
No. Well, I sent an email to these guys, and they answer because they asked me. I can use the F-14 to do a sci-fi film to transform into a robot, and the guy answer me and say, "Okay, let me ask." So we send, and finally they say no, but the answer and what good, yeah. So I built my own aircraft,
Sure.
and build it the way who transform it because it's very complex.
Yes.
Look. Yeah, it was but this is something I really love to design and do this kind of stuff. So I really enjoy the process. Well, this is how I did it, and always thinking I don't want to this look like any other robot, any other aircraft.
Right. No, it's good. And folks, it's going to be part of the virtual festival. It's not going to be in the physical. It'll be in the virtual festival. And all I can tell you that there's an air combat scene that's highly worthy. Okay, you got me on that air combat scene. I'm not giving away anything extra, but all I could say is I can imagine some big budget people looking at this and saying, We could
Uh,
use a guy like this.
oh
So
yeah.
what's been happening with you and VFX and the industry? Is this part of your, is this a hobby or is this a day to day?
No,
Is
no, 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 no. I've been working with in the last from the pandemic. I guess
mm-hmm.
I can say I started working 100% for studios. Not more like VFX for movies. More
Right,
for documentaries and
right.
now I'm working for studios, but for kids shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love filmmaking too. I really love to do directing behind the camera because I love cameras.
Sure,
I love
sure.
but my job is now mainly is VFX and animation CG with the Unreal Engine, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm a specialist in Unreal.
Sure,
This software makes me make this kind of movies because Nick
sure.
is 100% done in Unreal,
Wow.
and I'm developing my own process to develop the VFX. To do the VFX, you can do whatever you want to do. There is 100 ways to do the same shot.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I try to develop and work in my own workflow, with my own resources.
Yes.
And this is what I'm investigating how I can develop because we are doing our next step is do the feature film. So to do the feature film, we want to be prepared to
Mm-hmm.
develop a high quality feature film. So this is
Sure,
the idea was,
sure.
improving steps and okay, we use these cameras, very professional cameras, and put everything in the computer and let's see if the computer not explode. So it's okay, we move forward. So if the
Yeah.
computer say no, GPU is dead, okay, we had to change something. I'm very happy with the result. Even Epic Games give us a mega grant, which is
Mm-hmm.
award, very important award
Mm-hmm.
for innovation. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
always innovating and this is my job right now
Mm-hmm.
is work for studios to want to develop a workflow in Unreal. This is what
Oh
I want to
man,
do.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Let
Yeah,
me tell you, we have several what we call we have a few what we call sci-fi citizens. They're those people who come from industry and they have a presence at MiSciFi. And there's one person named Todd Chernowski. He does the visual effects on like Boba Fett, the art direction, Mandalorian, a lot of the Star Wars content, Star Trek content, you name it. He built the ship in Picard. He's the one that made that,
wow.
and he comes to the festival, and
Oh
he's
wow,
amazing when he
amazing.
graces the festival.
Yeah.
He's come a couple times virtually, and he mentioned in his last lecture because he was talking about the work that went into Boba Fett and the workflow and the technology behind it. And he said, Troy, expect the bar to be raised with the new tools that are available, access to these new tools. You're going to be seeing some amazing science fiction content. And that's
Yeah,
what's happening. It's getting, for the past couple of years, it's just getting better, better,
yeah,
better.
yeah,
It's just amazing. And,
yeah,
your short film is definitely a testament to that. Last thing I want to say about what I've seen is that I was actually surprised how nice it looked in Argentina. It was a pretty city you got there. It's a beautiful city.
yeah. You are looking my city there.
Well, yeah, where you shot the film,
Ah,
see a lot of the stuff in the background and the mall area.
yes.
And I was like, wow,
Yeah. Our city is more than 100 years old, and we have any kind of places to shoot. I would say that it's a very good place because you have
yeah,
modern buildings, old buildings. You have ocean, you have
yeah,
farms, you have mountains. This is very important when you shoot because a small city is very cheap to shoot because
sure,
you don't have to spend
sure.
money for moving, money for we're a very small team,
Mm-hmm,
just a few.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Behind the camera, we're 3 or 4.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. So one thing I need to add is hopefully during the virtual festival you can be part of that and maybe on a panel or two. That would be great. If
Yeah,
you can contribute, your thoughts,
yeah,
your opinions. I think it would be highly valuable, especially if you talk about the science behind science fiction. You'd have a
yeah,
lot
right.
you'd have a lot to add.
Okay,
Another. We have only time for one or two more questions.
okay.
So, how do you view the evolution of film and storytelling with the advent of new technologies and platforms? How do you think this shapes opportunities for actors and filmmakers?
Um, I guess this is a really new universe behind, for example, like me, like a very
Right.
small producer, small director. We don't have a huge team, but we can develop a very high quality, I'm not talking about AI, I'm talking about the traditional way to do VFX. I live in the transition behind the pandemic and post-pandemic. For me, was because in the pandemic I learned Unreal. I put all my experience. It was in Unreal. Thanks to Unreal, we can develop.
Yeah.
Because the problem was how do you can develop for 9 minutes, 90 minute films. So you have to develop 400, 500 VFX shots.
Right.
So with Unreal and this kind of, they have a big computer, 4090 with a, but it's a gaming computer if you want.
Right.
You can develop 400, 500 shots, maybe with a few artists, obviously, working together. That's what you can develop everything in one shot. So the workflow I've been talking about was I don't use post-production software. I do the render. So the composition you saw when you saw live action, the CG and the actors, all was developed into Unreal. From Unreal to DaVinci Resolve, just a few color correction, and that's all.
That's
so I don't
amazing.
use post-production software in the middle, and I don't render in passes because when you render, you can render light for one side, reflection for another side, smoke for no. I render everything in one pass. So
That's
from
amazing.
Unreal directly to the timeline.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Last question, because we're tight on
time
here.
flies.
So this is the fun part, but what were your favorite films this past year? What's your favorite film? What do you like?
I have a lot.
What do you like to watch?
But the last film I really love was obviously Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was very good. Yeah, I see why you like.
When you look for something in one film, for me, the movies, cinema is entertainment. You have to be entertained, even if it was a drama. It doesn't care. You have to be sit 90 minutes in front of the screen and don't want to leave. And for me, Top Gun has everything. I guess they deserve the Oscar. For me, it was I don't know why, but then it has everything.
And you said you're not familiar with The Expanse we were talking earlier.
No,
you're not familiar with The Expanse.
No. I will check it out. I will check it out.
We got to do something about getting you a Amazon account to watch that, man. I think you would really enjoy it. The last thing is Star Wars or Star Trek, or both.
Or both. No. I guess Star Wars. Because I really love the everything. Star Trek 2 because I guess Star Trek was involved in the software I've been using was lightweight 3D. It's an old software. I guess they used for Star Trek, but I really love Star Wars. Even when I do my short films, there is a lot of thing of Star Wars. It's like you can learn a lot. I always said if you want to learn cinema, you have to just watch the movies. Because all that movie, when you see a movie in the theater, that movie grows everything, grows the script, grows the producer, the investment, everything. So they can, this is my goal, no? My goal is that I want to do a feature film, and show in theaters like any other sci-fi movie. Really,
that's awesome. Well, listen, Cesar, it's been a massive pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us at this hour, and we're going to follow up again real soon, okay? And I look forward to engaging with you during the virtual festival.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be following up.
Okay. Thank you very much.